So now we're going to do the bones of the lower extremity, and I didn't grab a pelvis, so I'll have to make sure I grab a pelvis and go through a pelvis later, but we're going to start with the femur, okay? So this is the head of the femur. This would be the neck of the femur. This is the greater trochanter, and then you can kind of see it from the anterior view, but this is the lesser trochanter. If you turn and look at it from the posterior side, you can really see it. These are both the greater and lesser trochanter are muscular attachment sites. Okay, and then if we come down to the distal end of the femur, we've got the lateral epicondyle, the medial epicondyle. Okay, and then that would mean that these are the condyles. So this is the lateral condyle. This is the medial condyle. Now, if you're looking at the posterior surface of the posterior view of the femur, you can really see the condyles. So this is the lateral condyle. This is the medial condyle because we're looking from the posterior view. Okay, and then we have the patella. Okay, so here's our kneecap or our patella. The patella has this inferior pole. Okay, it's kind of a point, comes down to a point here. So that's the inferior pole of the patella. And the patella sits in this groove on the anterior femur. Okay. Next, we have the tibia. Okay, so the femur sits on the tibia just like this. Okay. So the tibia has a lateral condyle and a medial condyle. So these are the articular surfaces of the tibia. Okay. This is the medial condyle. This is the lateral condyle. This bump or prominence right here, you can kind of see it on a lateral view really well. This is the tibial tuberosity. This is where the patellar tendon attaches. Okay. And then the last structure you guys need to know for the tibia is the medial malleolus, and it's down at the distal end. This would be on the medial side of your ankle, down here. Okay, so this is the medial malleolus. The fibula, okay, sits up against the tibia. Okay, this is kind of a bent version of the fibula because it's plastic. Okay, but it sits like this. You need to know two structures on the fibula. The fibula only articulates with the tibia. This is the head of the fibula, okay, and this is the lateral malleolus. So the lateral ankle bone. And then we have the foot, okay. So the foot bones are known as tarsals, okay. The first tarsal articulates with the tibia. This is known as the talus, okay. That's this bone right here. The next one is the calcaneus. That's your heel bone. So this is the calcaneus. Just anterior to the talus is the navicular. And then you have a set of three bones right here that you just need to collectively known as the cuboids. Or cuneiforms, I'm sorry. These are the cuneiforms. This is the cuboid right here. So just anterior to the calcaneus is the cuboid. And then we have the cuneiform. So these would be called the medial cuneiform, the intermediate cuneiform, and the lateral cuneiform. And then we have metatarsals. These are named the same way we name the bones in the hands, okay? But we start at the big toe side. So this is the first metatarsal, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And the phalanges are the exact same as the phalanges in the fingers, but we start with the thumb side. So the great toe only has two, just like the thumb. So there's a proximal and distal phalange, and then all of the others have a proximal, middle, and distal phalange. So this would be the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth.